Welcome to the Art of Driving presented by Apollo Tyres. In this video, we tell you all about modulation and different braking techniques, and we are here at iMagiCar's parking lot in a safe and controlled environment to show you just that. You need to know that the middle pedal isn't there just to be slammed. Don't use it as an on-off switch, but more like a dimmer switch. You might find it surprising that a good driver can actually use the brakes to make him go faster through a section of corners. Let me explain how by basically breaking the braking process into two basic steps. Firstly, start with a fast but not instant application of as much braking force as possible without locking the wheels or forcing the ABS to kick in. The point of maximum deceleration is just before the point of wheel lock. This is also called threshold braking. This is where the second stage of braking process starts. Brake modulation is the key here. As the car slows down and you approach the bend, ease off the brake pressure slightly. As you begin to turn in and increase steering lock, release the brake pedal more quickly. Imagine a piece of string attached to your toes and then tied to the bottom of the steering wheel. As you turn the wheel, the string pulls your foot off the brake pedal. It takes a lot of practice to make the transition from maximum to zero braking force as smooth as possible. This is called modulation. The important point to note here is that if you let go of the brake pedal suddenly at this point, you'll unsettle the car. During a turn, the car is more sensitive to sudden weight transfers. The front tires and suspension are under heavy load when braking, which increases the available traction. If you suddenly let go of the pedal, it will abruptly reduce the traction and grip levels and mess up the car's dynamics. As you exit the corner, feather the throttle to get out as fast as possible. Don't put down too much power suddenly or the car will oversteer or understeer, depending on which of your wheels are powered. Remember that a tire has only so much grip. Brake modulation is much more important while you're cornering than when you're going in a straight line, since braking hard leaves very little grip for steering, which is why in a non-ABS car standing on your brake makes you slide forward no matter how hard you yank your steering. In a non-ABS car, to stop in an emergency, the best way is to behave like the ABS system. Pump the brakes, stomp and release really quickly to come to a stop faster. This technique is called cadence braking. Nowadays, sophisticated systems called ABS or anti-lock braking systems do it for you. All you have to do is plant your foot on the brakes and simply leave it to the electronics. That brings us to a braking skill that's used by every world-class racing driver, trail braking. Simply put, trail braking means you sort of rotate the car's rear end into the corner. As opposed to the techniques we explained before, this one works by braking far beyond the normal braking point as close as possible to the entry of the corner. Under braking, the weight shifts to the front, giving you better traction, but also decreases rear grip, which will aid you with inducing more rear slip angle than front slip angle. The tad of oversteer on entry will also help the driver by steering less when entering and exiting the corner. This last-minute braking technique ensures a faster, more effective turn-in. A word of warning though, don't try practicing it on public roads. Due to the high speeds trail braking requires, it's possible for you to end up rear first into a tree. Tires are also one of the most important components of braking. Besides the braking mechanism, it's the tires that bring a car to a stop in a crisis. We've explained in our previous videos as to how important tires are for grip. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this episode. Keep watching The Art of Driving for more.